Hello. Welcome to the next episode of Texas Strip Club's Uncensored podcast. I'm DJ Jack, and I'm going to be your host. And this is basically a recap of a conversation I had between me, a bartender, and a stripper at a strip club recently. And before I go into this subject, I need to let y'all know about a law that was passed in Texas a few months ago that basically said that anybody who's going to work in basically the bar industry and strip club industry, it has to be 21 years of age minimum. Yeah, you have to be 21 minimum to work in that industry. Why? Because underage drinking is rampant in bar scenes and strip clubs. Okay, I've seen many underage girls drink. And it is basically creepy old guys that are, well, the subject of this particular podcast, who are the ones giving these young girls drinks. But that's something for a little bit. That law was passed, so all the women that work at strip clubs now are 21 and older. Some guys don't like it. Literally, in the moment the law was passed, I heard guys complaining about it. Specifically, those creepy old guys. Well, some of them weren't old. Let's just stick with creepy guys. We're basically the ones saying they didn't like the law. They liked 18-year-old girls, 19, 20-year-old girls working in strip clubs. Now, before I go into that, I'm going to start with this. Understanding, I have worked in the strip club industry for a long time. I have met a lot of women who turned 18 and started dancing, who started waitressing. Some of whom were in high school. That's right, they were in their senior year of high school. And decided, I'm going to become a stripper. And they were legally an adult. And they started stripping. They started waitressing in strip clubs. Okay? I've seen it. Okay? And the moment that happens, their guys, once they find out it's a young girl working in a strip club, they're going to be like, hey, baby. They try to impress her. They try to awe her. They try to get her all liquored up. Get her some marijuana. Get her some pills. And I'm not joking when I say that. I'm not trying to find any euphemisms. I've literally met creepy guys that'll be like, oh, you're 18? You're still in high school? Hold on, let's get this bitch 3 shots. Hold on, 3 shots right now. What do you want? Tequila, vodka? I've actually seen that. Guys will be like, oh my God, what do you want? Some Vicodin? Ritalin? Bars. I mean, they will offer these girls tons of items because a lot of these girls don't know any better. Okay, they don't know shit about the real world. They don't know how creepy some guys can be. They don't know that some of these guys are literally on the edge of being pedophiles. Okay? And when I say that, I'm not trying to be like, oh my God, he's just trying to be disgusting. No. I've literally met men. Okay, I understand you. I'm telling you this is completely true, and a lot of strippers who work at strip clubs, a lot of waitresses, door girls, managers, hell, even customers have seen guys at the moment they find out somebody is 18 years old, they want to jump on that. Why? Because they know if they go full pedophile, they're going to go to jail. And they don't want to go to jail. The last thing a guy who makes $500,000 a year, and I'm thinking of one guy in particular when I say that, the last thing a guy who makes $500,000 in a year, who has a family, wants to do is get arrested for trying to have sex with a 16-year-old girl. Okay? Or whatever his peculiar wishes are. The last thing he wants to do is go to jail. So what does he do? Well, he would go to a strip club. He'd go to a strip club and find a girl who just turned 18. Who's just legally able to walk in the building. He'll find her. He'll be like, oh my God, you know what you need? You need to get some more outfits. Oh, that's just a regular bra and panties? Girl, we can get you something really nice at this store over here. Oh, you need better shoes than the ones you got. And they will go off and off. They will give these girls gifts. They will give these girls booze, drugs, anything they think they can give them that will help open the door to their underpants. Okay? I've seen it. It's very creepy. Okay? I'm telling you, I've met more than my fair share of guys. I'm not saying it's all of them. Okay? Understand, I'm not saying that. I'm being very clear when I'm saying this. It's not all of them. It's like a small subsection, okay? But realistically, it's anywhere between 5 to 10, and in some cases, and because of some clubs, 20%. Okay? Understand that. Let's take, for example, right now. I have this girl that works with me right now who looks like she's 11 years old. Okay? I'm not joking. She's like 4'7". Okay? At most. Okay? And she has to wear heels to be 5'5". That's how short she is. Okay? She has to wear 8-inch heels just to be over 5 feet tall. And she looks like an 11-year-old girl. And I feel uncomfortable when I talk to this girl. Okay? I do, because I feel that if I drove by a junior high, I would see somebody that looks just like her. And that makes me uncomfortable. But the moment she started working at my club, some of the creepier guys have hit on her hard. Why? Because she fits that. She looks like a little girl, and that's what I want. They know this girl is like 24, I think. She told me her age. She told me her age and told me this is the first time she'd ever been dancing, blah, blah, blah. Anyway, she looks like that old 18-year-old glory girls that they used to find at the strip clubs before that law was passed. But they can't have that. So what they're doing now, if they can't get a girl that's 18 or 19 or 20, they're going after the girls that look like they're 18 and 19 and 20. Well, look younger than that anyway. And it's kind of creepy how they come on to it. You know, how they basically push people all the way and be like, move, bitch, just so they can get to this one girl. And how did all this subject come to pass? I was literally sitting down at a strip club, talking to a bartender. A stripper was right there. Some girl walked by who looked, again, like she was like 13. Okay, she looked like she's 13 years old wearing makeup. And some guy we all knew was creepy walked by her, did a U-turn, and went right after her. If that's not the creepy move, I don't know what is. Especially when you do a double take and you're continuously walking in one direction. That's the kind of shit you see in fucking rom-coms. And he did it in real life. Okay? I got told this particular guy goes after a couple of those girls that look like they're underage. Yes. Okay, one of the drawbacks of working in strip clubs is working with these guys that, as I've said, are borderline pedophiles. I mean, goddamn, I'm trying this is a weird subject to talk about, okay? These guys are borderline pedophiles, and it's creepy. You know, you see it in real life, and you're like, fuck, I wish I could do something about this. It's all legal. Okay, not giving 18-year-olds and 19-year-old girls drugs and alcohol, that's not legal. But nowadays, it's legal what they're doing. Okay? And his goal, that creepy guy at that club was, and I can't say which club it is, I was asked not to say it. What that guy is going to do is he's going to try to get that girl. He's going to give her some money. He's going to try to get some lap dances. He's going to try to find out if she does anything extra. And he's going to try to be like, okay, let's set a price. I understand stripper sex is something that happens at strip clubs. We can all pretend that it doesn't happen, but in reality, it does. You know that old song from the 90s, there's no sex in the champagne room? There is. Okay, that's why you're paying for it. That's the reason why clubs even are able to sell those fucking prices, because it ain't like some clubs where rappers and football and basketball players go to and spend all that money. Those clubs are rare. Okay, they're very rare. Okay, most places that have a champagne room, it's for fucking. There's no if, ands, or but about it. It's for sex. You can deny it, but I know for a fact it's real. I've seen more than my fair share of girls having sex at strip clubs. So you can't tell me that I'm wrong. And those creepy guys, they got money. Well, most of them do. You know, they know what they want. They have the resources to get it. And it's really, really creepy. Okay, I call them creepy guys for a reason. Because I've actually been sitting next to guys that are throwing all this, hey girl, blah, blah, blah. Let's go do this. Let's go do that. I'll buy you this. I'll buy you that. Oh, you got a friend? How old is she? I want to make sure she's old enough to come out with us. Oh, she is barely old enough to come out with us. Hold on. Bring her out too. I've been there and heard those conversations. It's fucking creepy. Okay, it is so creepy. If they put it on daytime television, that channel would be fined for putting that crap on TV. We're not talking about cable or HBO or Showtime and Netflix and stuff. They would be perfectly fine putting it on their platforms. But this, that is creepy. So guys, that is part of the world that I have to live in because that's where I work. So understand, guys, if you go to a strip club and you see somebody that's creepy, he's probably doesn't have a fetish. He's probably a borderline pedophile that realizes he doesn't want to go to jail. And he's just looking for the youngest looking girl he can find at a strip club. This is a weird conversation to have, but guys, it's a real conversation to have because it's real. This is an uncensored podcast about things that actually happen. Okay? Things that we actually see. And if you're part of our world, this is what you're going to see and what you're going to... I don't want to say be involved with. I want to say experience, because if you're involved with it, you're a creepy motherfucker too. But if you're experiencing it, it's because sometimes you sit next to these guys and you hear their conversations. Or you hear these girls say that, these creepy guys are hitting on them and trying to be like... There's a guy that particularly loves when young-looking chicks wear schoolgirl outfits. Okay? And this is contrast to another guy who I like to call Apple Guy. He hates all references to schoolgirl stuff, anything with young girls. He hates it. It turns him off. And I agreed with him. I was like, hey, man, I don't like it either. Okay, I think it's, I've got a niece. I've got younger cousins. I've got, and it's just unsettling. It's really upsetting. It's upsetting when you see this kind of stuff. And that's the conversation we had at a strip club with a stripper, the bartender, me, and a customer that jumped in for a second. Yeah, it's a great time to kick back, relax, and talk about weird shit at strip clubs. Thank you for listening. I guess this is the best way to place to stop. I can keep on going, but reality is I'll just keep repeating myself. All right, thank you for listening. Please share, like, subscribe if you can be bothered to. If not, to hell with it. Thank you for listening to my ramblings. I'll see y'all next time, and hopefully with a subject that's not as creepy. Peace.